What's up, everybody? It's BlazinAsian215 coming at you with another video. Today we have what is the difference between VR, Meta, and TCG World Metaverse? Because I get this a lot. Everyone always asks, is it VR? Do we put on the goggles? And what's the difference with Meta? So that's the reason for this video here today. As always, none of this is financial advice. This is just an informative presentation. Always, always, always do your own research. Don't trust me because I don't trust me and you shouldn't trust me. Can't always be correct. So here's what we're going to go through in this video. We've got what VR is, what Meta slash Facebook is, TCG World Metaverse, differences, similarities, and of course, we'll all wrap it back to the big picture. Start off with VR, virtual reality. Believe it or not, it's not just virtual reality. There's AR, MR, and even XR. So covering each of those, you've got virtual reality, which is VR, as everyone is. It's full digital environmental, so it blocks out the real world. You are fully immersed into the digital world. You've got AR, which is augmented reality. So it takes a digital overlay and puts it into the real world. MR, which is mixed reality, so you get a little bit of mix of both, and then XR, which is the extension of all of these put into one, as you can see the math down there. So just a little bit of a better picture to show what each of them are. You've got virtual reality here, where you are fully immersed. Just remember, VR is full immersion into the digital world. Augmented reality, similarly to the Google Glass, where it overlays something into the real world, and then mixed reality, where you have a little bit of interaction with both. So VR gaming, when people think of VR, they think of games. It is a game. VR gaming, when people say VR, they are actually referring to VR gaming. It's 3D game. You pay to play, similar to PC gaming, but rather than just playing into a screen, you have a goggle of some sort that completely blocks out the real world and puts you into the digital world. So it's extremely interactive. It's very immersive. So status of virtual reality gaming, it's live. It's been out for a few years now. We've got lots of different companies that make VR gaming products and these goggles that helps you immerse yourself into the digital world. Purpose of them, obviously, as any other games, it's purely entertainment. It's to kill time. Some people enjoy it. They're created by different companies and all that, but you got to remember, majority of people, when they're talking about VR, they're talking about VR gaming. Gaming. Here's some pictures that represent VR gaming. In the upper left here, you've got the job simulator. You're putting on a goggle and pretending you're at work. They're boxing and other adventurous ones as well. Next up, we've got Meta, aka Facebook, who changed their name recently to Meta. Everyone still calls them Facebook. So Meta is a social platform. Social platform, everyone goes on there, they share, post, comment, chat. Currently, Meta is not on the blockchain. They are exploring internal virtual currency and revenue as any metaverse world should. They're supposed to have their own currency. Everyone is very, very familiar with Facebook here, so I don't need to go too much into what Facebook actually is. Meta is Facebook's metaverse. CEO is Mark Zuckerberg, also known as the alien. He does some weird things, right? It is currently live. The purpose of Meta is social interactions, very similar to their Facebook page. It's meant for social connections. It's meant to bring people together. So their current metaverse offers gaming, fitness, social, entertainment, productivities, and all this other good stuff. They're trying to bring you in. Facebook Meta is also the owner of Oculus, which is one of those brands of the goggles. So Facebook wants to be immersive. They want to bring you into the full digital world. And recently, within the last week. Good thing I waited to make this video, but the latest update is that Meta has decided to bury its metaverse project. It has been extremely unsuccessful in building their metaverse, and they are deciding to move on to the next thing rather than continuing on with the metaverse. Here's a couple of pictures of Meta's Quest, aka Meta's Quest. They have Horizon Worlds. I've never tried them. They have these weird avatars with half bodies, and I have not heard anything good about Facebook Meta. The one thing I like and dislike about Meta is that they did bring to the attention of the public about metaverses. They spread the word of metaverses. It's coming. It's the next big thing. It's the future. The bad thing about Meta is that it put a negative image into people's minds about metaverses because of how unsuccessful Meta and Facebook was. So good because it brought the attention to millions of people that the metaverse is coming, it's the next thing, it's the future. Bad because it didn't quite emphasize everything that the metaverse could be. It showed people that it's not good and it's not productive, and it was unsuccessful in their build. So now we're moving on to TCG World Metaverse, which is the metaverse that I am a part of. So TCG World Metaverse is a metaverse, all right? It has a real-world economics. It is built off of the blockchain. It is available on the Binance Smart Chain, the ETH chain, and as well as Polygon. TCG2 is the token or currency that this world will be running off of. It is a play-to-earn metaverse. So it is a metaverse built around gaming. All right, you'll be able to play the world inside the world, games, various things to earn. Very similarly to Pokemon in there, you can capture sprites and rather than monsters, they're called sprites. Collect different NFTs available, trade cards, you can own your virtual land, and just recently they held a in-world entertainment of a comedy club. There's more to come in the future for in-world entertainment. They've got lots of plans. Here's some images from actual gameplay itself. Actually, the image behind me, I forgot to explain, are actual images that I've screenshotted and captured from in-world gameplay as of right now. So TCG World Metaverse is led by David Evans. We call him the visionary because he is seeing and looking far into the future. You have to understand these projects are not going to make you rich overnight. These projects are meant to be the paving way for the future. We are trying to create the next step in our evolution. We are trying to advance ourselves in humanity. We are trying to get to the next level. We are trying to get everyone into the metaverse here. Currently, TCG World Metaverse is in alpha stage. It is not public released yet as of right now when I'm making this video in March of 2023. Purpose: to play, collect, trade, remove borders. We'll get to the remove borders, but mainly TCG World Metaverse is going to be a place that you can come in and play to earn. You can come in and invest. If you're an investor and you don't want to play games, you can come in and invest as well. If you're someone that loves to spend a little bit of time playing games, now you can play games and earn. The difference between a metaverse and a game is that in game, when you make purchases, you can't sell those items that you've purchased back. In the metaverse, every purchase that you make is yours to hold, sell, keep, trade, meaning what you take in can also be given back out. If I bought a car in GTA, I can't just give it to my brother. I can't transfer it to him, to his GTA account. That's not possible. People sell GTA accounts, gaming accounts online because that's the only way you can transfer or keep some of your assets maintained. But the difference is in a metaverse, all of your assets are yours. You can sell them, you can trade them, you can transfer them. So if I had a car in the metaverse and my brother needs a car, I can simply transfer it to him. So the purpose is major. It's like a gamified blockchain metaverse where take a little bit of gaming and a little bit of reality, put them together, and you get the metaverse. So TCG World Metaverse, we've got virtual lands, we've got Dragon Cave Club NFTs, we've got the token, and passive income. Couple of pictures from alpha gameplay. Here's the generic one up in the left corner here that they've posted, and the other two are mine that I've taken myself. So I'm going to take myself out of the picture here real quick. Whoop. So the top part, here's a Venn diagram. Everybody loves Venn diagrams, but I just wanted to make a Venn diagram to make it a lot easier for you guys to see the differences, right? At the very top there, it kind of tells you TCG World. TCG World is blockchain based. It runs off the blockchain, aka crypto. We got real in-world currency, real currency, because we used TCG2 tokens for currency. You play to earn, and you own virtual real estate, and all that good stuff. MetaQuest, Meta, on the other hand, it is also a virtual world, but it doesn't have the blockchain. All right. Here are the two similar things that TCG World has. I mean, you guys can kind of read. I don't really need to go over too much, but the main thing all three of these things share is that it's going to be all virtual, and they do serve an entertainment purpose. Now, the difference here is, you got to see over here, the main difference that you should probably see and highlight, VR gaming, fake money, right? TCG World, real currency. Meta, I don't even know if we need to talk about Meta anymore, as they are going to bury their metaverse project, right? So, but they themselves did not have a currency either in there. Meta was boring. You see how the fun is over here and not over here or right here? Games are fun. TCG World is fun and interactive. Meta, on the other hand, simply was just doing daily tasks. They were trying to take your work and put it into the virtual world. The problem is everyone already doesn't like work. Who likes work? Why would you bring work home with you and turn it into a project that you have to work on at home? So TCG World is meant to be fun. You can earn money in a fun way, and you don't have to earn money simply by your regular work, your regular job, but rather in the digital world rather than in person, right? So just simple bullet points. You can pause it here, mute me, just take a look at it. You'll see, you can read. We'll move on. Just a couple of picture differences here. So you've got up here in the left corner, which is VR gaming. This is the job simulator I was talking about earlier. You put on your little goggle and you pretend you're at work, clicking, click, click, clack, playing a game. There is zero productivity coming out of this game and zero currency coming out of this game. Now in the bottom left corner here, you've got Meta Horizons World. As you can see there, they are attempting to do work, but rather it's a little bit unproductive. Their graphics are very game childlike, not very realistic at all, with half bodies floating around. And of course, nobody wants to think about work, let alone make work one step closer to us. Now, this is TCG World here. I just took a snapshot of this very recently. This is from 3.10.6. That's the current alpha build we are on. As you can see here, I am in a vehicle, driving around, having fun, having a good time inside the metaverse, not working. Although I am wearing work clothes, but that is by choice. So how do I put this? A better way to put this is a metaverse is like a country. There are actually many, many metaverses out there. There are many metaverses out there that are already in full development, full swing, open to public, anybody and everybody. There are other metaverses out there, many projects out there that are being currently developed right now, including TCG World, which is one that I'm a part of. But like I like to explain it, every metaverse is like a different country in our world, right? There are a lot of countries in our world, and they all have their own different currencies, they all have their own different cultures, values, and focus and goals. But, however, the one reason why I like being a part of TCG is that they aren't at war. They are not at war with the other metaverses. They wish to live in harmony with all the other metaverses. So the nice thing about metaverses is that they're all interoperable. Interoperable. Big word, right? It means that we can cross through from one metaverse to another metaverse with no borders. Look at that. Just in like big, bold threads. I couldn't put that bigger. Within metaverses, there are no borders, there are no barriers, and there's an equal opportunity for everybody, regardless of where you're from, who you are. All right? There are nobody that would be exempt. Okay, except maybe a little bit of difficulty for some people to get access to the virtual world and internet, but they are working on making it more accessible for everybody. Now, the big picture here is that, like the start, VR, when people are saying VR, aka virtual reality, they are not referring to a metaverse. When they are talking about VR, the majority of people are talking about the gaming, the virtual reality gaming. All right. Metaverses are not all fully immersible. All right. Immersive would mean similarly to Facebook Meta, where you have to put on your little goggles for 8 to 10 hours a day when you're at work or whatever and be on it the whole time. You have to be immersive into it. TCG World Metaverse, however, is not. It is very similar to a PC program that you run on your computer. You can run it on a laptop, and hopefully in the near future, you can even be able to run it on your cell phone as an app. The technology here is very, very new, so it's not quite there yet, but for the most part, not all metaverses are fully immersive with the little goggles. All right, so VR is not a metaverse. When people are talking about virtual reality, they are not talking about a metaverse. A metaverse is a virtual reality, but it's not all the way the same. Like a square can fit into a rectangle, but a rectangle can't fit into a square kind of situation. So here's the final thoughts. I'm not here to persuade you one way or another. I'm here to educate you on what a metaverse is. All right? I'm trying to get you to understand what a metaverse is. And at the end of the day, best thing to do is do your own research. This is just a quick video to try to help you understand the differences between VR, Facebook Meta, and a metaverse and other metaverses out there. I like to use TCG World as my other metaverse example because that's the one I'm a part of. But there are many, many, many other projects out there. I suggest you explore some of them. And if you don't know where to go, don't know where to start, doesn't hurt to start with TCG World Metaverse, as that's the one I'm a part of. And of course, I vouch for that one, right? If you've seen my other video, you might know why. And as always, thank you always for watching. Everybody, blaze out.